You're sitting in your living room planning a vacation to Hawaii. Your Alexa's sitting on the counter, your smart TV is on, and your cell phone is nearby. The very next day, you get bombarded with ads for hotel stays in Hawaii. Is this a coincidence? Absolutely not. Today, I'm going to talk about how your smart home devices are spying on you, and they're working in conjunction together. I'm going to show you what they do, how they do it, and how you can fix it. Let's get into it. Let's talk about what these smart home devices are collecting. Smart speakers such as the Alexa, the Google Home, and also Siri, they're always listening for wake words, but they're recording more than you think. Voice recordings are stored indefinitely on company servers. Amazon employees have admitted to listening to recordings for quality control. Kind of disturbing, isn't it? Commands and conversations are analyzed for targeted advertising. Let's talk about smart TVs. Smart TVs, if you take a look at the video that I made earlier about this, smart TVs have automatic content recognition, ACR, which tracks everything you watch. Amazing. There are also built-in cameras and microphones in newer models, just like with the home smart speakers. Yeah, they could be listening and watching what you're doing as well, but we'll get into that in a moment. The data that is recorded or collected through the television is sold to third-party data brokers and also marketing agencies. And as in that previous video, which you should go definitely check out after this video, it takes screenshots every few seconds of what you're watching and records that and sends that off to advertisers. So there are other devices that are smart home devices, such as those smart thermostats. They record when you're home and away. Also, smart locks record your entry and exit patterns. They're keeping track of when you're home and when you're not home. Kind of scary. And as in the previous video, those security cameras, the door ring and all of those, they are also recording audio, if you have that set, so that's catching neighbors and people who are walking by, their conversations. Another intrusive thing to talk about. Let's talk about how all of these devices work together. That would be the smart home ecosystem. So devices share data across ecosystems. That would be Google, Amazon, and Apple. There's also cross-device tracking, which creates detailed profiles of your daily habits. Pretty scary. AI analyzes patterns, sleep schedules, work hours, shopping interests. These are things that you do regularly and you kind of don't even think about it, but AI is analyzing these patterns and creating a profile about you. In the end, this data is valuable because companies sell it to advertisers, insurance companies, and data brokers. So the information that you're providing them, which is what you do normally, which is also being sold, all of this is kind of disturbing, but it's of no surprise because we've talked about this before, and we kind of expected because there's surveillance everywhere and everyone's being tracked, right? But I want to talk to you about now how you can take control of your privacy in your hands. The more devices you have, the more complete the surveillance picture becomes. But we're going to go ahead and take control of our privacy, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's get right into that. So what I'm going to show you is device-by-device privacy settings. Let's start with the Amazon Alexa. What you need to do is open the Alexa app, go to Settings, and then click on Alexa Privacy. Select Review Voice History and delete all of those recordings. I think you'll be surprised as to what is there. Let's turn off Help Improve Alexa to stop human review of those recordings. Also disable use of voice recordings for advertising. And then lastly, mute the microphone when it is not actively being used. When you're not using the microphone, hey Alexa, or whatever you want to ask them, go ahead and delete that. So let's mute the microphone when not actively using the device. Let's look at the Google Home /Nest settings and let's get into those. So open Google Home, Settings Privacy, go to Web and App Activity and pause voice recording. Delete existing voice recordings from the Google account. Turn off voice match if you don't need personalized responses. And then also disable personal results on shared devices. Now for smart TVs, that ACR tracking, again, after this video, I did a complete video on this topic and I covered different models of TVs that have this going on. So you might want to check that out. So for smart TVs, to disable that ACR tracking, we're going to go to TV settings, privacy, viewing data/ACR, disable automatic content recognition, then turn off personalized advertising, disconnect unused built-in cameras or cover them, and then review app permissions if your TV runs apps. Now let's take a look at smart home hubs and general devices. So let's review which devices have access to your home network. Change the default passwords immediately as soon as you get them from when you purchase it or whatever. Many devices, they get shipped with weak security passwords. So you want to change those immediately to something not only that you'll know, but also something that's harder for hackers to get into. Now, disable unnecessary features like voice control on devices that don't need it. Set up guest Wi-Fi networks for smart devices to isolate them from your personal computers. Again, if someone's able to get into your system or hack into your home through your smart home devices, this may be a way for them to get into your computer. Not good. Also, make sure you do regular firmware updates for security patches. Now I want to talk about the best practices for smart home privacy. What you want to do is audit regularly. Review the connected devices monthly and disconnect what devices you're not currently using. Also, what you can do is read the privacy policies. Understand what data each device collects before you make that purchase. And then also what you want to do is use physical controls. And what I mean by that is mute buttons, camera covers, and power switches when devices aren't needed. Disconnect them or cover them up when you're not using them. Lastly, let's limit where you place those devices. Keep those smart cameras and speakers out of places such as bedrooms and bathrooms. You really don't need them there, but if you do, let's go ahead and use everything that within our control to limit the amount of data that they're collecting. Also, you should consider alternatives. Not every device needs to be smart. Sometimes traditional appliances are just more private. Smart home devices offer incredible convenience, but they shouldn't come at the cost of your privacy. The good news is that you have control. By adjusting these settings today, you will enjoy the benefits of smart home technology while protecting your personal information. I encourage you to check the settings on those devices that we discussed today by using the settings that I have shown you on this video. Make sure you share this video with friends and family who you know have smart devices in their homes, as they may not know this is going on. Drop any questions or comments you have below, because I check and read and answer every single one of them. I enjoy hearing from you, and I also enjoy hearing that this worked for you. It makes this so much easier. Make sure you subscribe for more tech tips. Also, check out our free tech quiz in the description below. You can also join our Tech for Grownups community at tech4grownups.com. And lastly, I'm glad you were able to spend time with me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Stay safe out there.